Tim Walz capped the penultimate day of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago with a rousing 14-minute acceptance speech as Kamala Harris's newly minted running mate. The Minnesota governor took the opportunity to make a lasting impression on Americans, touting his small-town upbringing and career as a teacher and a coach. He also highlighted the campaign's stance on reproductive rights and gun control and warned that the people's freedom would be at stake if America voted for Republican rival Donald Trump.
When Republicans use the word freedom, they mean that the government should be free to invade your doctor's office. Corporations free to pollute your air and water. And banks free to take advantage of customers. But when we Democrats talk about freedom, we mean the freedom to make a better life for yourself and the people that you love. Freedom to make your own health care decisions. And yeah, your kids' freedom to go to school without worrying about being shot dead in the hall.
And on the fourth and final day of the convention, Vice President Kamala Harris is set to deliver the most important political speech of her career after she formally accepts the Democratic nomination for president. Well, let's get more now. We've got Simon Marks joining us live from Chicago. Simon, first of all, Walz, is he generating enough of a buzz to energize the Democratic campaign?
I think there's no question about it, Jill. You know, they say a picture speaks 1,000 words. So does a piece of political memorabilia. This is one of the banners that delegates last night were carrying at that convention. It says Coach Walz, and it absolutely is indicative of the Democrats' determination to characterize Tim Walz not so much as a politician, but as a former high school football coach. Far and away the folksiest figure ever to appear on a presidential ticket since Jimmy Carter back in 1976. And he lent into that in the speech last night, characterizing it as a pep rally for Democrats, urging them to do what high school football teams often have to do in the final quarter of a game. Do whatever is necessary, as he put it, inch by inch, yard by yard, to secure victory. And it went down like an absolute treat inside the hall, and Democrats will be hoping that that's how it went down in living rooms all over America. I think it's important to underscore that this was a speech in which Tim Walz did not reference at all his personal relationship and time with and in China. Tim Walz is a former English teacher in China, and the Republicans are using his history of that relationship with China to criticize him. That's an issue that may crop up as the campaign advances, but it's not something that he wanted to address last night.
So as the convention builds up to Harris's speech, what can we expect?
Well, I think more fireworks tonight. I mean, the last night, of course, ended with that surprise appearance by Oprah Winfrey endorsing Kamala Harris. Tonight is Kamala Harris's night, the biggest speech of her political career, and everything is at stake. There is no margin for error for her tonight. Remember that just 5 weeks ago, when she first became aware of the fact that there was an opportunity to become the Democrats' presidential candidate, her approval rating was 38.6%. Joe Biden's was 38.5%, so she wasn't any more popular in the country than the president she served. She's hoping to use this speech tonight absolutely to turn that around. She's already got the delegates here on side, but among the wider electorate, and then fan out and spend the next 74 days in those all-important battleground states trying to secure the victory that Democrats in their fingertips can feel, but are still worried about the fact that this could yet be a very tight race against Donald Trump.
All right, we appreciate that update. Reporting live from Chicago, Simon Marks.